Hi and welcome back to my live stream. And this is the second half of the Champions League Final between Manchester City and Chelsea. Chelsea are 1-0 up from the first half after a goal by Kai Havertz just before the break. So the onus is now really on Manchester City to take the game in the second half as they look to try and get themselves back into it. And well, they've started the second half okay, but haven't really tested the keeper as of yet. Manchester City try and build an attack through Gundogan. Tries to play out to Walker. City trying all they can to pull that Chelsea defence left, right, and etc. as they try and create an opening, but the ball comes in and straight into the gloves of Mendy, the Chelsea goalkeeper. City trying to get a head up of steam in this second half hasn't really worked out for them this time, really. I mean, Chelsea really, having City exactly where they want them, they feel. But you just never know. In one blink of an eye, it could all change unless they try to press forward. But they give the ball away to Kante, and Chelsea look to try and build from the back. Comes to Kante, Jorginho, Rudiger, and Chelsea now trying to slow down the tempo of the game and try to build for themselves. But City are got possession back. City trying to get themselves forward. De Bruyne now on the ball. But he's been tackled by Kante. Kante, I mean, people say he's like what? Covers about a high percentage of the earth, I remember someone saying about him. Showing why he's one of the best defensive midfielders around in world football. Chilwell comes forward now to Havertz. Now Werner down this some side, but looks like he's offside. I mean, Kante, he wins the ball as well as anyone, really. Chelsea are fortunate to have him, has to be said. But here comes City. Kyle Walker now. Kyle Walker now. But the ball from De Bruyne has been intercepted, and Timo Werner looked to go race onto the through ball, but it's tackled by Ruben Diaz. City look to build from the back again. Chelsea really looking to stem the flow of this game. City are slightly getting frustrated now. Guardiola looks a bit animated on the touchline. If it goes any longer and they don't score, what changes will he make? We'll see. Surely it can't be like Solskjaer not making any changes within the 90 minutes of football, particularly given they're behind in this final, so you anticipate he would. Foul on Havertz, which earns Chelsea a free kick. Chelsea making all the noise here in Porto with their side a goal up after 55 minutes of this final. Will they look to put further daylight between themselves and the current Premier League champions? But headed out by City, but comes back towards their penalty area, and it's a goal kick. Kante doing that sweeping work that he normally does so well. It's frustrating City so much, this. Chelsea, is it Chelsea win another free kick? Kevin De Bruyne and Rudiger coming together, and both players getting treatment. Yeah. Stoppage in play this. How will go in the second half? Chelsea 1-0 up, remember. Yeah, goes into De Bruyne and could be a yellow card. Yeah, it is a yellow card, probably for Rudiger. And yeah, Rodri on the bench, and Jesus there as well, warming up. Will they be coming on for the remainder of this fight? Yeah, it was blocked off by Rudiger, De Bruyne, and Rudiger gets booking for it. Still, Kevin De Bruyne, if he has to leave the field, it would be a real blow for City for the rest of this game because he's like their best player in terms of a creative spark. Creative spark. See the expressions on the players' faces. Are they feeling like this ain't gonna be their night? Could be, but there's still a long way to go in this final, and the stoppage is still carrying on. And Jesus looks like he's about to come on for De Bruyne. City players applauding him as he leaves the field to be replaced by Jesus. Looks like he's in tears, De Bruyne. I can understand, given it's a big occasion for him, the Champions League final, and looks like his involvement is over. But captaincy now goes to Raheem Sterling. But can City find a way back into this game without their talisman on the field? Got a free kick, which they play short. Gundogan heads back. Sterling. Surely it's going to go to VAR, this penalty claim for City. Even though the referee does say it hit his chest. Does hit his chest more like. VAR looking at it. Reece James could be punished for handball, but the check is over and there's no penalty. Referee, to be fair to him, said it straight away wasn't a penalty, but City come forward and it's way over from Phil Foden. City have given the ball away after miscommunication between Ruben Diaz and Ilkay Gundogan. I think it's not. I think it's Zinchenko who had that miscommunication and it's gifted Chelsea a throw-in, but they haven't really made use of it. City trying to get up ahead of steam and swept out by Gundogan, but it's intercepted by Reece James, and Chelsea look to break on the counter-attack with Kai Havertz. Passes it out to Reece James and then to Jorginho. Chelsea doing all they can to stem this second half flow from City, and they're doing a good job of it so far. City trying to force their way through that Chelsea midfield. Gundogan out to Zinchenko and then Sterling. Foden in. It's another substitution for City with Bernardo Silva replaced by Fernandinho. Chelsea also making substitution as well with Christian Pulisic ready to come on. City really struggling to unpick that Chelsea defensive line. It's forcing them back and time is against them. I know it's only still got 25 minutes to go, but you just feel like got to do it sooner rather than later, you feel. John Stones to Fernandinho to Kyle Walker. Foden out to Sterling. Reece James really holding him at arm's length. Sterling's struggling to get a look in past him, if I'm being honest. Chelsea really keeping that high defensive line together, and they look to spring on the counter-attack here through Kai Havertz. Manages to ride a couple of challenges, brings in Timo Werner. Christensen almost gets caught by Jesus. Jorginho fouled by Fernandinho, who only gets a warning from the referee. Pulisic is going to come on for Timo Werner. Could have had a couple of goals tonight, Timo Werner, but in keeping with his season so far, he's hasn't got his shooting boots from when he was at Leipzig, but he could end up being a Champions League winner tonight. So. But he does work hard, Timo Werner. It's just that he doesn't have the desired end product to match the transfer fee that Chelsea paid him last summer. So probably next season needs to start working on his shooting, being more clinical in front of goal. But here comes City. As they look to pierce their way through the Chelsea defence, but they've got a free kick off Kante. No, it's actually for found Reece James on Kyle Walker, I think it is. De Bruyne, painful for Kevin De Bruyne. But could they get an equaliser in his absence? City have got a free kick on the left-hand side of the field. Even Chelsea fans are holding their breath. Free kick comes in, and it goes all the way out for throwing on the other side. What can Guardiola do? Thomas Tuchel has been a bit of a nemesis to him in recent weeks, and if they manage to hold on, it'll be the third time in a matter of weeks that Tuchel's beaten him. So it's got to do something, Guardiola, in his last 20 minutes or so. That's a nice bit of play through Jesus. Mahrez passes out, looks like it's going all the way to Gundogan, but what a clearance from the captain Cesar Azpilicueta for Chelsea. Did make that challenge, and Gundogan was in for a tapping, really. But City have the corner. and lose possession through Pulisic. Sick, but he doesn't get the break from the referee for free kick. In terms of the free kick. And Chelsea have a player down in Cesar Azpilicueta. It's been a war of attrition, this Champions League final. Cesar Azpilicueta could be going off, and that could present huge problems for Chelsea, given he's their leading man. Hurts his knee, Cesar Azpilicueta. Callum Hudson-Odoi now warming up on the substitutes bench. Thomas Tuchel in deep conversation with his coaching staff and looks to see out these last 20 minutes or so of the Champions League final. City trying to get themselves on the attack now, as but Chelsea are holding firm still with 20 minutes to go. City are doing all they can to break through that immovable object of Chelsea's. Jesus to John Stones. Kyle Walker, is he going to have a shot from range? No. Out to Mahrez, who tries to curl it in, but once again it's headed away by the Chelsea defence. And City, the closing stages come. One attempt on target, very much unlike Manchester City, but here they still come. Mahrez doing all he possibly can to get City back into this final, but it's not really happening for them as of yet. Down goes Gundogan, but it's not a foul by Kante according to the referee. I mean, look, Chelsea, could they look to get themselves through on goal? Havertz trying to take on himself. Here comes Pulisic. Oh, that was the chance for Chelsea to go 2-0 up and pretty much make the final theirs. But Pulisic screws his effort wide, and could that come back to bite them at the end of this 90 minutes? And Pulisic through on goal, one-on-one with Ederson. To be fair, he was held by Diaz, but not the greatest finish. And City are still in this very much. But that was a chance for Chelsea to pretty much seal this game and the Champions League for them. But here comes City once again through Kyle Walker. I think it's Jesus. Mahrez now on the ball, I think. Jesus actually tries to win a penalty off Rudiger, but doesn't. Foden on that left-hand side curls it in, but it's headed away once again by the Chelsea defence. I mean, attack against defence this in this closing, as we head into the closing stages of this Champions League final. City haven't really struggling to break down that Chelsea defence, and it's becoming real hindrance for Guardiola and his side. But looks like Sergio Aguero could be coming on. But here comes City as they try to go through. Sterling pulls it back from the byline, but his cut back didn't need to stay. It was out by Ben Chilwell for a corner to City. Heating up very nicely these last few minutes of the game. City, I'm trying to up the ante, shall we say, heading into the last 50 minutes of this final. Mahrez tries to pass it inside. But Chelsea are still doing all they can to frustrate them. But here comes City through Jesus, gets held by Havertz, and Chelsea now have the ball. Honestly, Chelsea really got City where they want them. 1-0 up, and they can just play on the break. And City still trying to find a way through at the moment, but they haven't got the ball. It's now Chelsea who tried to stem the flow of this second half from City. Rudiger launches the ball forward to Havertz, but it's headed only as far out as Pulisic. I mean, he's not going to go for the corner, surely, but Chelsea trying to keep possession and stem the flow of this City tide, shall we say. But Mason Mount exchanges with well wide from Christian Pulisic, I think it is, with a shot exchanging with Mason Mount. Could have made it 2-0 earlier, and look at Tuchel's expression. He knows what big moment that could be. Raheem Sterling off for Sergio Aguero. Sergio Aguero. Will Sergio Aguero have one last parting gift for City? City, can he leave with one last parting gift? Rumours that he's going to join Barcelona and link up with Lionel Messi. That's not confirmed as of yet, but on with just 40 minutes to go, can he fire his side back into this Champions League final? Still got time. It's only the one goal that Chelsea have got with Kai Havertz late in the first half, that is. But City are trying all they can. Walker's deflected out for a corner. Mahrez now on the set piece. Captain for City's now Fernandinho, but here comes Mahrez with the corner. Who's he going to pick out? Goes for the near post, but it's headed out by Chilwell. But here comes Mahrez again with another delivery, and it's headed out by Chelsea defender again. But can Chelsea now get another break? No, it comes back to City again. City get the feeling they're going to throw the kitchen sink at Chelsea in these last 13 minutes or so. But can Thomas Tuchel and his side hold firm to win the Champions League once again? Who knows? Fernandinho now on the ball. Ruben Diaz, not the greatest crossfield ball to I think it's Foden. Now Mateo Kovacic on the sidelines. I don't know what he's trying to do, but City players looking at them, hands on their heads. Is it not going to be one of those nights for them? Unbeaten so far in the Champions League coming into tonight, but looks like we could suffer their first defeat of this campaign at the worst possible time. But they do have time on their side still, but it's not long to go. Chelsea still leading by 1 goal in the Champions League final in Porto. But here comes Walker on the run, and he thinks he's won the goal corner, but instead it's a Chelsea goal kick, and on comes Mateo Kovacic for who's it going to be for him? It looks like it's going to be Mason Mount. He's had a brilliant game tonight. Really maturing Mason Mount. Yeah. Chelsea have got just about 10 minutes or so to hold on for a famous victory this would be in the Champions League. Famous victory this would be for Chelsea. I mean, City were the favourites heading into this final, actually, but haven't really played like that so far. But here comes Pulisic, Kante. Now Chelsea trying to string a few passes together down that right-hand side, but comes to nothing. And City will look to build again. Jesus protesting that he was fouled by Azpilicueta, but it wasn't to be. 10 minutes to go in the Champions League final in Porto. Chelsea are still the 1 goal to the good. Chelsea trying to take as long as they possibly can. But here comes Havertz. Ball not quite there to Ben Chilwell. It would be the better ball than Chilwell would be through on goal, but Chilwell gets caught by Walker. Looked a bit of a soft free kick to me. That's what they do. Sides who are ahead in big games like this, they try to win as many fouls as they can and run the clock down. And Chelsea are doing that very well so far. Not much in that from Kyle Walker, but a bit of theatrics there from Chilwell, but I'm sure Chelsea fans won't care one bit. They've got a free kick, and Chilwell on the set piece. As Azpilicueta tries the volley, I think it's Jorginho who goes for the volley, but it's way wider. Chelsea will have to rush back now to defend. City's 8 minutes to go to find an equaliser. Otherwise, it's going to be Chelsea who win the Champions League. The City fans, I think, are cranking up a bit of noise just to get behind their team, but it's just pedestrian. There's no real urgency from them. Mahrez gets tackled by Kante, and Chelsea have got the ball. I think it's Kovacic who wins the free kick. Does that very well, Kovacic. Stems the ball flow of the game down and frustrates the opponent better than anyone, really, Kovacic. Chelsea have the free kick. But they pass it back as they like to try and force their way through them. As Piliqueta ball forward to no one. Six minutes to go and time is starting to run out for City. Haven't really created one clear-cut chance to test the Chelsea goalkeeper. That's just a testament as to how well they've done. But here comes City, but Aguero was in space, but lifts it straight into the gloves of the Chelsea goalkeeper, and you can see the frustrations of the Chelsea City supporters. Wasn't to be there. I mean, Aguero didn't really make the most of that situation, tried to be a bit too clever when he shouldn't have done, but here comes City again. Fernandinho, Aguero, what can City muster in these last 5 minutes or so? Chelsea really manning down the barricades. Could they catch them on the break again? No, City have got the ball back. Their fans trying one last, hoping for another opportunity that comes their way. The ball comes in and just doesn't reach Phil Foden on the other side. Long diagonal ball forward just doesn't reach either Aguero or Phil Foden, and Chelsea will try to stem the clock down even more. Goal kick goes astray for Chelsea, and here comes City once again. 4 minutes to go for them to try and find an equaliser to save their Champions League dream. And the ball forward to Jesus, Christensen heads it back down to, I think it was Aguero, gets shepherded out by Andres Christensen, and Chelsea actually get the goal kick as well. If you look at these Chelsea supporters, I mean, what a transformation it's been for them. Looked like they'll go nowhere under Frank Lampard, like in mid-table, and then Thomas Tuchel's taken over and he's transformed them really well. Yes, they just about scraped into the top four of the Premier League and they lost the FA Cup final to Leicester City, but they're on the verge of the biggest one yet, the Champions League, with just 3 minutes to go. Will Guardiola be foiled in his attempts to win this trophy that the City have craved for so long with all that investment they've had over the years? And Jesus with the yellow card, and Chelsea doing all their dark arts, trying to waste as much time as possible. Chelsea trying to run the clock down as much as possible. To see their fans, they feel this is their time. Chelsea have got the ball at the right end of the pitch from their point of view, and are they going to go for a second goal as they're in the City penalty area, or will they take it to the corner and try and waste some time there? Pulisic with the ball, now Ben Chilwell. Doesn't actually win the free kick from Fernandinho, from Jesus actually. Yeah. Trying to see the game out. They're trying to earn a free kick in that corner of the pitch, but it didn't work out. Can City fashion one last opportunity? Haven't really tested their goalkeeper this evening, so got to do better now. Jesus with the ball, but Gundogan out to Aguero. Right away. That was the opportunity for City there. Ball is fired across the face of goal, and at the back post, Rudiger charges down a shot, and Phil Foden has a shot charged down as well. And I think it was Christensen who blocked his shot. Otherwise, it would have been a certain goal, you feel. But 7 minutes for City to find an equaliser, remarkable. Probably deserved because of Chelsea's play acting in this second half, but I mean, 7 minutes is a bit too much, and they'll be livid if City score in these 7 minutes, but not with a rush clearance like that from Jorginho, who looks a bit tired. City, what can they find in these 7 minutes of added time? Mahrez, what can he fashion? But he's tackled by Kante, and Chelsea, what can they do from this counter-attack? Kai Havertz gets the free kick. It's a foul. And look at Guardiola. Is he still going to be classed as a manager who's only won the Champions League with Messi in his team? Well, they haven't really tested the goalkeeper this evening, which is a bit of a surprise by their standards. Chelsea trying all they can to keep City in that half of the pitch, but City, I'm sure, will have other ideas as they look to get themselves down the other end. Here comes Kyle Walker. Shows too much of it to Jorginho, but he doesn't get the foul. And with the ball in, looks destined for Mendy, but Christensen heads out for sure, just to make sure. And City have a throw-in. Pep Guardiola wants these instructions to him. City got just under 5 minutes to find the goal, but Chelsea are in the way again and just hoofing the ball upfield. And City, what can they do in these last few minutes? Will there be someone like Sergio Ramos for a moment when he headed in last minute against Atletico Madrid to equalise all those years ago? Who knows? But just get the feeling it has to happen sooner rather than later for them. But Chelsea have got the ball, and they'll look to try and slow the game down through Kante, and he gets a free kick. They can sense the finishing line, Chelsea and City fans looking like it's not going to be their team's night. Chelsea trying to keep the ball down that side of the pitch, but City have got the ball. Still just over 3 minutes to go of these 7 additional minutes. City really need to get the ball up quick. Can they fashion one last opportunity? Here comes Jesus, tries to do it all himself and he wins a throw, which Kyle Walker's going to go for that long throw again. In goes the throw in, and Rudiger goes down in the penalty area, and Rudiger gets caught in a sandwich with Diaz and John Stones, and John Stones protests to the referee. There was nothing really in that, but regardless, Chelsea have got the free kick, and just see the looks on the City play, the fans' faces. They feel it's not going to be their night, really. It's just under 2 minutes left. Can City fashion one last opportunity? I've been saying that for like the last few minutes, but they just have not got nowhere near testing their goalkeeper. That goal kick, I mean, could that be the end of their hopes? Mahrez looks frustrated. Aguero looks like his dream could be over before he leaves. City haven't really been on it tonight, being nullified by the Chelsea defence. But here's an opportunity for Jesus. Jesus tries to outskill them, but Chelsea have stopped to their task. Kyle Walker trying to fashion one last opportunity from a throw-in, but goes all the way. Ooh. That was how close they were to the equaliser. City. Mahrez with an improvised volley, and it just goes over the top of Edouard Mendy's goal. He was motionless there, the Chelsea goalkeeper, and it just went over his crossbar. That was the closest they've come, arguably, to an equaliser. City there. Just wanted to ball to dip just that bit more, but just didn't have quite that purchase. And Chelsea trying to do all they can to run the clock down, but City, will they have one last opportunity? Has to be now for them, for City. Ederson, what's he trying to do? Was he trying to catch the goalkeeper? Full-time whistle, and Chelsea have won the Champions League. 9 years after beating Bayern Munich at their own stadium in Munich, Chelsea have done it once again, beating the mighty Manchester City in Porto by 1-0 to win their second Champions League. What an achievement this is for Thomas Tuchel and his side. Not many people expected them to win the competition at the start, but they've managed to do it. Chelsea once again beat Manchester City under Thomas Tuchel. 3 times in like a matter of few weeks that they've beaten them, and they've finally got over the line. They've won the Champions League. Kai Havertz is the man to score the only goal for them, and Chelsea have won the Champions League for the second time. The wait for Manchester City to win this competition goes on, and Pep Guardiola's dream of Kai Havertz with the only goal of the final just before half time after what was a defensive howler really by City. A ball through the middle of their defence, rounded the goalkeeper Edison and put it into the net. And Chelsea have won the Champions League again. What a night for their manager, what a night for the football club. Nobody really expected them to win it tonight based on how City performed well in the league, performed well throughout this competition. But Chelsea just do come up with the goods when it really matters, and they've done it once again. Yeah, not to be for Manchester City, the wait for that elusive Champions League trophy goes on. Weren't quite at it tonight, to be honest with you. Yeah, didn't really test their goalkeeper, and when you don't test their goalkeeper, you're not really going to score. They didn't have many shots on target like they normally do, and in the end, they were just outfought, really. They were just tactically outmaneuvered, really, Tuchel against Guardiola. He's done it once again, as I said, beating them 3 times in the last few weeks. And Chelsea have a bit of redemption also from losing the FA Cup final to Leicester City. And yeah, yeah, what an achievement this is for Chelsea. They did spend a lot of money last summer, but I just don't think many people expected them to go all the way, really. Didn't look to be going nowhere, as I said, when Frank Lampard was sacked like near the end of January. But Tuchel has really turned things around for the football club. Yes, he's been criticised for being a bit too clever tactically, but in this final, he was spot on. I mean, just nullified all of City's main threats, particularly Mahrez, Foden, Gundogan, Aguero, etc. And just worked a real treat. And Chelsea deserve to win the Champions League without doubt. They've been the most consistently solid defensively all season, hardly conceded. Outclassed Atletico Madrid, outclassed Real Madrid, outclassed Porto, and swept everyone before them, and they've outmaneuvered Manchester City in the final. Yeah. Will Guardiola be still the club next season? He'll still be there, but you just get the feeling the pressure's now going to mount on him to win that first Champions League for City after this disappointment. Guerrero's going to leave for Barcelona probably without that parting gift, and what will the future be for all the other City players as well? Who knows? But as for Chelsea, what a night for them, and what a night for them. yeah, that's it for my live stream for this Champions League final. It's been quite a dramatic night, really. Chelsea have won their second Champions League title against the odds as in 2012. And yeah, that's the end of that. Brings an end to what's been a thrilling European season, which began in the group stages in October, actually, obviously given the delays. And to last season's competition, it's been a very unique season for all, and hope you all have enjoyed watching my content on this channel. Hope you enjoy seeing what I've got to say about the latest football stories, and I'll hopefully be back for more, particularly with the Euros just a few weeks away. So hopefully I'll continue to produce good content on this channel, and hopefully you all will continue to enjoy it as well. At the end of this final, it's Manchester City 0, Chelsea 1, and yeah, congratulations to Chelsea, commiserations to Manchester City, and as the celebrations go on, I'll leave this stream right with you here. So hope you enjoyed watching with me tonight, and yeah, I'll see you all soon on this YouTube channel when I can. I'm out of it.